Hi everyone, welcome back to the Current History video blog. Today I'm going to go over some of the ideas in my recent piece about AI and intelligence and how it's increasingly becoming a geopolitical actor in its own right. So if you've been following the news over the last few weeks, you may have noticed that Claude and ChatGPT both released new models specifically focused on their coding engines. And if their engineers are to be believed, these models represent a significant step forward in the development of AI models. And I've seen it firsthand with myself. I tested out the ChatGPT Codex 5.3 version, asked it to code a little app that was basically an investment calculator that had a couple of features that the online calculator I use doesn't have. And but I just told it what I wanted it to do, and it built out the code for a full app, made very specific styling choices about the color, the layout, etc., all without my input. And this is what these models appear to be doing. They appear to be taking just a list of requirements that human beings tell them they want a program to perform, and then they create it from scratch, completely done out of the box with very minimal debugging. And this is a major change from previous systems that you basically had to hold their hand through the entire process and guide it. And so the key difference here now is they're making specific choices that we assumed only humans could make. And so the conversation changes. So if we think about, for most of the digital era, software has essentially been used to amplify the capabilities of people. So email amplifies communication, search amplified information, social media amplified reach. And so the goal was to extend human capacities rather than replace them. But these new systems choose and execute. And that is where agency and power lies, in the ability to do this. So when we're talking about this, conversations about what constitutes awareness, consciousness, etc. are largely academic. These models are behaving as if they are beings with agency. Taking a step back, think about how software runs everything now: logistics, financial networks, energy grids, basically the operating system of modern civilization. If AI systems are writing and optimizing that software, they are shaping our way of life. Beyond this, the real story isn't just that AI is powerful, it's that it's improving very rapidly at a much faster clip than previous innovations like electricity or railroads or automobiles, which took decades to be widely adopted, and that did not fundamentally change over the course of time. But AI improves on quarterly cycles, and this will only increase as AI itself takes a role in training the next generation of models, which Anthropic says that their model Claude did. The previous model, was involved in training the newest release. And it's only a matter of time before they mostly control the process in total. Political institutions can't change and adapt to a technology evolving this quickly. They rely on building consensus, which takes time, and the moment you build a consensus, a new technology makes that consensus obsolete. So traditionally, states held power because they have the power of force and law and the ability to coordinate large numbers of people. AI doesn't command armies or pass legislation, but it increasingly is a central coordinating tool. It can optimize supply chains, generate intelligence summaries, draft legal language, and design infrastructure. And what makes this more concerning is the most capable models are owned and controlled by private companies that government can regulate but does not control. Think about other significant technologies: nuclear weapons, central banking, intelligence. The state controls the analysts and technology. But with AI, the most powerful cognitive systems are privately built and globally deployed. And they depend on a narrow set of choke points, advanced chips, and massive data centers. So who has the power now? States still control law and force, but they increasingly rely on AI models for their operations. AI companies don't have formal sovereignty, but they influence what states can do by shaping the tools those states rely on. This isn't a fictional dystopia. This is real, and it's increasingly structural. So every era has an infrastructure layer that drives it. Think railroads, oil, finance. These all shaped global order in their times. AI may be the first time the infrastructure of intelligence itself is privately concentrated. The public sees product launches, but the deeper question is political. When intelligence becomes industrialized, who governs it?